Getting the first big political reaction from the Aam Aadmi Party on the EC reform suggestion. Ashutosh from the Aam Aadmi Party has said that why only 2,000 rupee limit? Do away with the 2,000 rupee limit. Every rupee given to political parties must be accounted for. So it should start with even a 1 rupee donation, that there should be declarations sought, because this loophole can once again be misused. Take a listen. All right, let's first go across to BJP's GVL Narasimha Rao, who's joining us this morning. Mr. Rao, thank you for speaking to India Today this morning. But this is the straight charge coming from the Aam Aadmi Party as well as the Congress that why is it that the ruling party has not taken a decision till now? Why has it failed to get a political consensus when there's the intent is to crack down on black money? Why shouldn't we do away with the 20,000 rupee limit?
It is the intent of this government and also the commitment of Honorable Prime Minister that political funding and also electoral reforms have to completely go hand in hand with an overall fight against black money. And therefore, immediately after the demonetization, he had appealed to the Election Commission of India to make proposals in consultation on if required to evolve a consensus or at least discuss the subject with political parties. The proposal of the Election Commission to make disclosures about all funds, about all donations above 2,000 is welcome. Certainly, it is a welcome suggestion, but I would call this a piecemeal proposal, because in this country there is not. In fact, when we were in power between 1999 and 2004, we brought in an act wherein we incentivized people giving political donations by giving tax exemption. But still, that had not changed very much the manner of funding of political parties, because a large number of people did not wish to make check donations, transparent donations. So therefore, I think our government, Honorable Prime Minister, had proposed to the government, to the Election Commission, to come up with a new proposal. So
even the Finance Minister has said now the check-based donation should be the norm. Will the BJP starting the practice with UP and Punjab polls around the corner?
We are a political party with a large, over 11, 12 crore members. We certainly welcome it. We think political cleanup is required for any overall cleanup of the economy. But the proposal of the Election Commission, I would say, is piecemeal. They have to come up with a comprehensive proposal. Tomorrow, if political parties do not get funds for running their activities, how do they function? In a democracy, you have to have viable proposals. You cannot cripple the functioning of political
Mr. Rao,
parties.
so here is the point as well. What the EC is saying is, Mr. Rao, I just want to get one more clarification for our viewers, because the EC is saying that if you're asking a housewife to be accountable for 500,000 rupee notes with them, political parties cannot be out of the ambit. So we're talking about the accountability and not the funding crunch that political parties may be facing. And in that regard, you have the Aam Aadmi Party saying even a 1 rupee contribution should be accounted for. So if there are volunteers who are giving 1 rupee, why not even track them down? Every rupee coming to political funding should be accountable for.
Yes, but the Aam Aadmi Party makes bogus claims. Their funding details have gone completely off their website. 6 months ago, they have disappeared. Go to their website and check it. And I want you to tell the viewers how they have stopped declaring after making grandiose claims of declaring all their donations. So that's besides the point. They are a hypocrite. So I don't want to really limit the debate to a party which practices hypocrisy. The larger issue is, I think it's important for us to have transparency and to have all donations made public. I totally endorse that, and that is a requirement for us to have a cleaner economy. When we practice it to others, parties also have to preach it. But at the same time, in a democracy, you cannot cripple functioning of political parties. and therefore Election Commission has to come up with comprehensive proposals. One of such proposals could be state funding of elections.
Well, understandable, Mr. Rao. Absolutely, I was coming to that only because Indrajit panel had suggested let it be a state funding elections. Let the parties also give out their income tax declaration before their allotted funds. Now, these are the proposals that have been long in the making. But is the BJP going to make a start with the Punjab and UP polls this season, accept all donations by check, and make all political funding transparent and accountable for?
Don't reduce it to one political party. We practice what we preach.
Okay.
And but the issue is Election Commission must take up a larger debate and come up with comprehensive proposals so that it has the larger discussion. It doesn't need consensus of all parties, but it has to be combined with even public funding of elections, because no democracy will survive or thrive if some political parties refuse to do not get funding.
So we've got the BJP on board this morning. Let me go across to Pawan Verma of the JDU, who's joining us at the moment. Mr. Verma, thank you for speaking to India today this morning. Where does your party stand on the EC suggestion that only 2,000 rupee, up to 2,000 rupees should be the anonymous donation? Beyond that, make them accountable.
We fully support the Election Commission's proposals. We have always believed that the beej or the seed of all corruption lies in the unholy nexus between unaccountable money and political parties and the funding of elections. And these proposals have been lying before Parliament and before governments. The time has come to implement them. Today's technology allows you to digitally track all financial transactions. This law that allows donations up to rupees 20,000 without naming donors must be repealed forthwith. And if the BJP is genuine about fighting against corruption, it should make a public announcement that it will fight all future elections only with accountable money, and all political parties should follow suit.
Had Mr. GVL Narasimha Rao saying that we are practicing what we are preaching and we have made money accountable for. But here is another suggestion from the Aam Aadmi Party this morning, and I want to take your view from the JDU that do away even with the 2,000 rupee limit. Why to have a limit which talks about anonymous donations? Even a 1 rupee contribution should be accounted for.
Is that for me?
Yes, Mr. Verma. I'm asking you, where do you stand on the Aam Aadmi Party suggestion that why to even have a 2,000 rupee limit?
We are agreeable. The Election Commission and all political parties should meet. There should be a consensus. Even the 2,000 rupee limit, if it can be waived through the proper financial tracking of all financial transactions, we are for it. But let there be a political consensus.
Mr. Verma, because you've had the same kind of suggestion floated during the Vajpayee government in 2003. You have multiple EC panel reports which have questioned the opacity in collection of funds by political parties.
The problem is that all political parties appear to have some vested interest in delaying or subverting the very valid proposals of the Election Commission. I think the time has come now to actually convene a special session of Parliament for electoral reform. We will support it. We have always been transparent. We will support it. Mr. Nitish Kumar has maintained that transparency in financial transactions in public life is essential.
Absolutely. Mr. Verma, appreciate you joining us. GVL Narasimha Rao, thank you for speaking to India today as well. So this morning we've had the Aam Aadmi Party, the BJP, the JDU and the RJD speaking on the Election Commission reform suggestion. Make anonymous donation, limit 2,000 instead of 20,000 from political parties. Why should be they out of the public purview? Going across to Anandyo at the moment. So Anandyo, this is just a suggestion right now from the Election Commission. From the voices that we've got from different spectrum of the political parties, on the face of it, they agree with it. Aam Aadmi Party going a step further, saying even cut off the 2,000 rupee limit. But what is the next step if this has to be practically implied?
Well, to begin with, Devina, we have to understand one thing is that whatever the political parties say at this point of time, those are mere posturing. What they do inside, whenever the suggestion is asked from the sought from the government, is something absolutely different. We have seen it time and again in the past as well. We hope it's not the same this time. Now, having said that, what is the Election Commission asking is that the Section 29C of the Representation of People's Act 1951 says that every money above 20,000 has to be accounted for. Now, the EC wants that limit to be cut down to 2,000. Now, there has been different suggestions, but there has been also a suggestion mooted that has been strongly supported by the left parties all throughout since the 70s, that there should be a state funding. But yes, you are right that even sources within the Election Commission say that probably in a vast country like us and in a diverse country like us, where even the fact that black money has, even we accept it or not, has made its deep roots inside the political fraternity, probably that is not a feasible option. But having said that, to make sure that at least that 2,000 rupee ceiling that has been made beyond which every penny should be accounted for, every document should be there for whenever the political parties accept any donation should be accounted for, that is acceptable, because this is the mere suggestion by the EC at this point of time.
Yes,
Devina, we have to understand.
Yes.
It is the government will seek suggestions from all political parties,
and starting with that, Anandya, and Anandya,
it will be very interesting.
Anandya, we've got the suggestions from the political parties as well this morning. I want to play out the Aam Aadmi Party suggestion for our viewers. Ashutosh this morning saying that why even have a 2,000 rupee limit by the Election Commission suggestion? Why not ask and start from even a 1 rupee donation? And the other political parties heading out of the Aam Aadmi Party saying that explain the donations through NGOs to your party first.
The Aam Aadmi Party has been from the day one saying that every single penny which is coming to any political party from any source, whether anonymous or anonymous, it has to be accounted for. People have every right to know who has paid. Even a single rupee has been paid, it has to be accounted for. But the problem with the BJP and the Congress, they had not been doing it, and they have been the principal parties in this country. The fact is that when the BJP's account was found to be illegal on the foreign donation funds, then it is the BJP and the Congress both who retrospectively agreed to amend FCRA. What is the need for that? So if there has to be a reform in the electoral political system, then one single rupee, if it's coming to any political party, that has to be accounted for. People should know, because the biggest corruption in this country is because of the political funding, the black money which is coming to every political parties, and that has to be done. So not 2,000 rupees, even a single rupee which is coming from any source has to be accounted. This subject which all